connected.
Family.
Success.
Safety.
Support. I think my word is truth.
Resource, I guess.
Strength.
Security.
Solidarity. Solidarity.
Solidarity.
Solidarity.
Someone who says to me unions don't matter anymore, they don't understand where unions have come from. They don't understand our role, and I don't believe they understand the realities of our workplaces today.
There are things happening in every workplace across this province that are morally and ethically wrong.
When you're suppressed in your workplace and you think, oh my God, I can't change anything, this is so bad, you don't see a light at the end of the tunnel, you get even more depressed and more tired.
Well, how many times have you heard this slogan, is unions were necessary at one point in time, but we don't need them anymore? You know, we researched that, and that was first said in an editorial in the Toronto Globe and Mail in 1879.
The push is always there, and I think it always has been there from governments and employers, is to try to move away and move back. And we've always had to push forward.
You need to have the union to be able to back you up, to support you, because nobody can financially afford to go out and hire lawyers and to argue your individual case.
Latest trend is, new employees are going to get less than what current employees have. And that's, for us, is starting down the slippery slope of going back to where we were 20 years ago.
They're there for us as students, even though we're not part of their membership currently. They're still there for us. They advocate for us all the time, especially on a national level.
Definitely when I graduated, I didn't know the importance of a union, and it wasn't until I moved to Labrador City and was invited along to a union meeting, my first one, that I started to get a sense of what the union could do.
They back us and help us to grow and learn about it, to know that when we get out there, unions are there for us, so that we're not in a situation that we're brand new graduates and don't know what a union is.
Now we have young nurses who are more technologically savvy. They like Facebook. They are on their iPhones or their Blackberries.
You have to be engaged in your workplace, and you have to really enjoy it, knowing that there's bad things, but shift work is there, and shift work will be there all the time. Working on weekends will be there all the time. But if you go to work happy every day, it makes a difference.
How do we be inclusive? From the most experienced with 30 plus experience, that maybe has never been on Facebook and doesn't know what Facebook is, to the new graduate who spends 2 or 3 hours a day on Facebook. How do we, being very inclusive and valuing all that diversity so that we have a relevance to every single worker that we represent? Volunteers are critical to our success. We depend on volunteers within each workplace across this province to carry out the work of the union on a day-to-day basis.
You can shape the way your organization operates and the positions your organization takes by getting involved.
Our volunteer representatives within workplaces, that's who nurses go first when they have an issue, is they look for their shop steward and they ask their opinion, they get their advice, they get their support. They go to their branch president about an issue that's happening on their work unit, because we would not be able to achieve all of the positive things we do achieve without our volunteers. It is an exciting time to be part of a union, because there are so many opportunities, there are so many positive things happening, and nurses, and opportunities for nurses to be a part of that.
You belong to a union because you want to know that somebody's on your side, and that's what we're there for.
My most favorite button I wear is unions are the people that brought you the weekend. The things that we've done for Canadian society are immeasurable.
The union is the one that you can always reach out and touch.
Unions will never lose their relevance, and no matter how many gains that we've achieved over the number of years since unions are in place, there are still issues to be addressed in the workplace. There are still more improvements to be made. And it's not just moving forward, it's around maintaining the significant improvements that we've already achieved. We're not going to let you down. We're going to be there to support you as much as we can.
Supportive.
One word would be support.
It's security. And I said protection and strength.
I definitely think there's power in numbers, and that's what a union's all about.
And I think this union does it well.